This week on the radio, they discussed a subject that...
Always.
Yes, that I wanted to bring to Kevin's attention, and I wanted to hear his opinion on. I have an opinion, and you all might have a completely different opinion. And that's okay if you do, because my opinion is different from the people on the radio. And so, we're all allowed to have our own opinions. One of the women on the radio said that I believe it's her daughter's birthday that's coming up. It doesn't matter. But her daughter's birthday's coming up. And she has decided, she has two children, she has a boy and a girl, but she has decided that from now on every birthday for one of her children, she is going to buy herself a gift. Now.
Okay. Is that like a birthing gift?
Well, she still is going to give the children a gift.
Yeah, but I'm saying she's going to get an award for giving birth that day.
Yes. So she's not going...
wow, what a self-centered attitude.
Her husband will know that she's giving herself this gift. But the children, she's not going to bring it to the children's attention, or at least she says so right now. I'm sure when the kids get older, they're going to be like, where did this come from? So for this child's birthday, she bought herself basically a big screen TV for her to, it sounded like she was going to put it in a room for her to go sit in and watch it, and not anybody else. But I wondered what you thought about her reasoning before you answer. Her reasoning, because you have to hear the whole thing. Her thing is, it wasn't. She said we carry these children for 9 months. We do all this for 9 months, and then it's their birthday, and all of a sudden it's all them. And basically, you're forgotten about, and you're the one that did everything. And so...
Wow. This is a different generation.
I agree.
It is such a different generation.
I agree.
What I think that is the most egotistical, self-centered view on being a parent. How about the child is your present for giving birth, and you've got them every day of the freaking year? I mean, give me a damn break.
That's how I feel.
That's ridiculous.
That's how I feel about a push present. It's like, seriously, no, I don't.
Yeah, guess what? The present pops out down below later on. That's what you're doing it for.
Yeah.
There's
Surprise!
your present.
Yeah, that's your present. I agree. It's like you have to have it's like you can't let them have something of their own.
No. Like, you have to be the center of the world.
You have to, in your mind, it can't just be this little boy or little girl's special day and them get something. Right. It's like, I tell you what it's like now that I'm talking about it. You get these relatives that'll come over to your house, and it'll be, let's say it's Ashley's birthday. Well, the relative is coming over for Ashley's birthday, so they know they're going to be giving Ashley a birthday present. But Andrew, they don't want Andrew to feel left out. Let's say they're both, little kids. They don't want Andrew to feel left out. So instead of Andrew having to learn, it's not about you, this is Ashley's special day, there are certain relatives that will bring something for both children, even though it's only one of their birthdays. And I'm using my kids' names as an example just so you can picture it. But a lot of people feel that way. Instead of teaching your kid a lesson, and this is life, and it's not a...
Guess what?
It doesn't
you don't
revolve...
Get everything you want.
Yeah, everything doesn't revolve around you. They don't want one of the kids to feel left out, so they'll bring something for both.
I could understand that only if you're traveling from somewhere and you couldn't attend both birthdays.
And you're making
up for it.
Yes,
I can understand that.
Yes,
hey, I didn't get to see you on your birthday, so I got here's your very late birthday present.
Yes.
Although nowadays with shipping, you can just ship directly.
Yeah,
There's
exactly.
no reason for that.
A lot of grandparents.
But yeah, I think that wow, that just shocks me.
It boggles
and you
the
know
mind.
what? If you some of you all agree with that and think that's a good idea, more power to you. I just personally, like I said, maybe it's just a generational thing, and in our generation, we didn't do that, you know, and maybe that's common now. I don't know. I'm surprised. I'm sure it's the radio station you always listen to.
Yes.
I'm surprised that they agreed with that. Because there's a couple of older, not our age older, but older than them, that I would have thought would have disagreed with that.
I think, number one, sometimes they bring up subjects and they're short on time.
Right.
So they'll bring it up, and
they don't really have time to plug it up.
There could have been a lot more discussion,
Right.
but there wasn't. Number one, but number two, I think they know that this person is so out there with everything that she believes that they're kind of afraid, like, that they just keep their mouth shut about this, because this same person said that it was very, very hard for her. It was a hard decision for her when she got married to take her husband's last name.
Right, which happens a lot. I mean, it's not that common, but it is common.
It was hard. It was hard. She has also said on the radio that just because I'm married to you doesn't mean you should have access to me all the time. And basically, if I'm in a room by myself and with the door closed, you should knock before you enter. This person is also, I won't call her out on everything that I find bizarre, because I know it would offend some people, because I know there are people watching this that would be the same way she was about. She has an excuse for everything. There's an excuse for everything that it is the way it is in her life. There is an excuse for all this going on in her head. But I think this is just one more thing to add to the out there, you know, and I do think that is out there.
Because the joy of a child's birthday is enjoying them having fun on their birthday. I mean, that is the gift.
Right.
That's just.
As an adult, you can buy yourself a gift.
That's what I was thinking.
Every day,
buy a TV anytime she wants
any day of the year. She wants this to commemorate.
Yeah.
Well,
she wants to make it an event.
You're buying a television to commemorate. I don't know. I'm thinking, when she said that, I thought, you know what? You could buy this for any other day of the year. You don't have to make this about that child's birthday, and that you deserve a present for the next how many years. You know, how long is this going to go on? But now the people on this show are big on presents anyway. We know that. They're big on presents for every single occasion. They even had a discussion a few days ago about should men get Valentine's Day gifts the same as women get Valentine's Day gifts, because somebody was saying that, and I don't remember if it was it could have been a caller or something, so I don't remember if this was the people in the station, but somebody was saying that they did not think men, that they said Valentine's Day is all about women. It's all about women, and women should get the gift, and that men don't care anything about the gift. And I do remember one of the men said, honestly, I don't care anything about the gift. He said, as long as I get lucky that night, that's all that matters to me. That's what he cared about.
Right.
Nice dinner, get lucky. That's a nice Valentine. That's what I would consider a nice Valentine's Day. But then the other man in the room was saying, hey, don't be taking gifts away from me, because I would like a gift. So,
and we've never exchanged Valentine's stuff.
No, never. I
don't remember ever.
I do not think.
I think I got you flowers one year.
Maybe.
Because someone else was doing it, and I went with them.
I don't know.
You don't remember the guy from Lexmark who bought flowers?
Was that for Valentine's? Okay.
Pretty sure it was.
Okay. But, I mean, yeah.
But it was only because he was going, and I said, well, he's going, I'll go ahead and do it too.
Yeah, well, for me, it's a very, it's all...
Very commercial.
It's very commercial, and it's all them playing on these feelings that you don't want your man or woman to think that you didn't think about them. Well,
you don't care about
yeah, that you don't care about them. Well, Kevin and I care about each other every single day, to where I don't require any of that stuff, and I don't think he requires any of that stuff. And I would rather, I've said this before, I don't want little things sitting around the house that I don't want. I would rather save the money than Kevin buy me some flowers that are going to die. That's just how I feel about it. It's just...
and I know some people really love flowers and stuff.
Yeah, they do. But for me, you know, from the get-go, you're buying somebody something that's dying. It's dying.
Unless you buy jewelry or chocolate.
Yeah, that's true. And I just, you know, I don't know. I it's just not necessary for me. But these are the same people that I think it was back in October were saying, remember the boo basket?
Yeah.
And they thought you should give the girlfriend a boo basket. It was basically a gift basket for Halloween with cozy socks and a candle. And when she talks, she kind of says it like that. And it's like, no, I don't. I would rather you save the money than give me things that I don't really need.
But you can go buy yourself.
Yeah, exactly. But you can let us know if you think it's right to get yourself a gift on your kid's birthday. I just feel like you can do it before or after. You don't have to do it for that reason. It's just not necessary, in my opinion. I have my hair pulled back today. I'm not wearing my coat right now because we're going to go get something to eat, and I'm more comfortable in the car without my coat. But usually I do go with my hair down with my coat, but I've noticed that between my coat and wearing a hoodie, which I love a hoodie, but my hair is like a rat's nest by the time I get home. So I pulled it up today, and so I know it's not looking its best, but that's okay. I wanted to tell you something that happened to us about a week ago. We went to Trader Joe's, and if you watch the grocery hauls, you will have seen we bought the Trader Joe's has a brown box of Snickerdoodle cookies on their table in the back, and we bought the Snickerdoodle cookies. And honestly, I wouldn't have even mentioned this during this video, but I had somebody comment on that haul video, oh, I can't wait to see the review of the Snickerdoodle cookies. Well, you won't see a review of the Snickerdoodle cookies unless we go back and buy another box. I will tell you what happened, and this is a lesson for anybody watching. It's a lesson for me for now on.
We've gotten hit with this lesson many times, but we still haven't learned.
We still haven't learned. Well, first of all,
because you're always buying multiple things, so it's not like you want to look over every little thing.
Exactly. So you don't think I have to examine every product before I get it home. So the first thing I would say is always look at the dates on things. Make sure.
We have gotten better at that.
Yeah, we've gotten much better. Make sure that the date, everything's in date. Second of all, if you're wanting to try a new candy and it's supposed to have like 4 or 5 different flavors in it, make sure if it has a window that you can see in there that you're getting at least one of every flavor. Because how many reviews have we done where we wanted to try all the flavors and it's missing a flavor or 2? So that would be the other thing. Number 3, what happened to Trader Joe's, you want to make sure that the product hasn't been opened. And this is exactly why
especially packages of cookies,
why I harp on you all and to not buy ice cream that is not sealed, and nobody will listen to me. You still keep buying Bluebell ice cream and that private selection ice cream from Kroger, even though it doesn't have a seal on it. I've tried to tell you that anybody can get into it. Well, Trader Joe's, I would have never thought this would happen, because all of their baked goods, it's just like when you get a baked good from Walmart, they put a sticker on it to where it closes on the side. It like latches on the side, the plastic, but then they put a sticker on it so it doesn't come open. Well, Trader Joe's is just a box. It's like a brown box, so it doesn't latch. So they're using the sticker, which has the ingredients and the calories and everything on it. They're using that to basically tape the box shut. I did not realize until we got home. I had taken pictures and everything of this box, of the ingredients, the calories, just like I always do for you. I always put those pictures at the end of the video. Kevin and I sat down to do the review. And I've already introduced it in the video and everything. And I got to where I'm going to open the box. The box had already been slit open.
You could tell it was with a knife.
It was with a box knife or whatever. Yes, it had already been slit open. And there was, on top was a third of a cookie left.
Yeah, it looked like somebody eating all of it.
Somebody had opened that box. They had eaten 3/4 of that cookie, and they had put the rest of it back and closed the box and put it right back up there. And we bought those cookies and brought them home to review, and never noticed that the box had been opened. We never looked.
You would think by picking it up from the side it would have came open, but it never did.
No, it didn't.
But you could tell the box had been, the label was perfectly cut sideways, and you could see a little line where a knife had cut into the box a little bit at the end, so you could tell it wasn't torn open. Somebody actually took a knife and
it was like a box knife. Somebody had purposefully, like it wasn't somebody just walking through the store
had ripped
doing
it open, grabbed it.
Yes, that's what we're trying to hint at strongly. This wasn't just.
It may have been just someone doing it, but it could have been an employee. I doubt it. I can't imagine an employee doing that. There's no reason for them to. Unless they just don't want to.
I can't imagine somebody walking through the store doing that either.
I mean, with a knife.
I can't imagine anybody doing that. Who does that? Who in the world who opens ice cream and licks it and puts it back? Who does that? But clearly it happens. And now I know you all are probably typing right now. Take them back. No questions asked. Take them back. Trader Joe's is a 45-minute drive, at least. If the traffic, should I turn here?
No,
go straight. Okay. Trader Joe's in good traffic is 45 minutes away from us. It probably is closer to an hour from us.
Especially on the weekends when we head over there.
Exactly. So even though it's in Lexington, which is where we're headed right now, it's the next town over, but it's also on the opposite side of Lexington. And on a Saturday, it's busy, and we're not over on that side of town usually during the week. And it's just like, so where did they go? They went in the garbage. They went in the garbage. The whole package went in the garbage because we don't know what was touched, how many were touched, what was licked on and put back in there. We don't know what was done with the rest of those cookies because it was definitely open. And so I would just want you all to know that, whether...
Just because it's a nice store doesn't mean
yes,
it doesn't happen there
exactly.
too.
It happens at Trader Joe's just like it happens at anywhere else. I would want you all to know that. We are at Home Goods. Look at the little dog here. Top of the morning. This is some stuff they have out for St. Patrick's Day.
Like a candle thing?
Yeah, for a candle. But they have some cute stuff. I love this little dog. He's adorable. And they have all kinds of Easter stuff. But I haven't been able to film anything because there's so many people in here. We're in here later than we normally are, and there's just a lot of people. Oh, he loves Gus Gus. Gus Gus is his favorite from Cinderella. Loves him.
Actually says Gus Gus.
Yeah, Gus Gus. He loves him. Found another section. And they have a pug here. And then here's a little dog right here. And they even have an angel up here.
you see these? They're like on a swing.
They're like hanging. Oh, that one's swinging. That one's
Yeah.
hanging.
Had some Jelly Belly jelly beans, and he had some other jelly beans. See, we had the Starburst, and we had what else did you have? Brock's.
Just the regular classics.
Okay, so this time, well, let me just say, Walmart has some jelly beans, but they're jumbo jelly beans, and
they're really big.
They're huge, and I would have loved to have bought them. We had them in the buggy.
Yeah, they're spiced.
But you only get like 5 jelly beans
for 100 calories.
For 100 calories. So it's like no way I could do that because I would want easily triple that. So this week Kevin is making up Jelly Belly jelly beans with Big Chewy Nerds and Nerds gummy clusters.
Yeah.
So you're going to put them all in the same
Put them
bowl.
all in one bowl, mix them together.
I see, I think 2 cinnamon here, and I'm just going to go ahead and take them off your hands because I know you don't want them.
Oh, I don't care what you do.
Okay. That looks like a cinnamon too.
But these are like, they're basically 30 grams is 100 calories.
That is so good.
So I just do it to a 60 grams.
I love the cinnamon.
Wow, smell that.
Oh, this smells really good. Oh, wow.
Nerds. I haven't had one of these for a while.
Good?
They're chewier than I remember.
Okay. I got a cinnamon, but then I got a raspberry. Looks like a fun time.
Let's experiment. These do not have a...
And that last one was a cinnamon. That's why I wish the colors were a little bit different.
Try one of those. They're chewy. I always like Nerds, but they're not practical to eat. I like these better.
It's really sweet though.
Okay.
It tastes mainly like a strawberry to me. Is that what it tastes like to you?
Yeah, I can see that. I'm going for 60 grams.
Oh, I like those better.
The crunchy ones?
Yes.
Yeah, they're good.
These, I like these better. These are nice because they are chewy, but these are denser in the middle, and so you really, yeah, they're almost like really like a tough jelly bean.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And you have a lot of flavor in there.
Almost tart.
Yeah, I really like the texture of those better. So what are you making up? 200 calorie bags?
Yeah.
I wonder if that is a licorice one. Kevin does not like the licorice. Oh my gosh. Yes, it's licorice.
Was it?
Mm-hmm. Love them.
I don't care for the licorice.
Oh, here's another one. Now, Kevin doesn't want these anyway, so I love them. Yeah. And we almost bought a bag of all black. But
They had the big jumbo all cinnamon.
yeah, all cinnamon, all black. But they didn't have any regular size. And so it's like, no, because I want about 15 or 20 when I'm eating them.
Smell that black jelly bean on your breath.
Oh, I think doesn't it smell good to you?
It does not smell good.
It doesn't? No. Oh, I just think it's wonderful. And so we'll see how many bags he gets out, how many little goodie bags he gets, treat bags. These are Kevin's treat bags.
They are. I can just grab them and take them out on the couch.
How many he gets of these out of those 3 bags.
So I got, the last one's a little short, but it's okay. So let's see, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 bags in total. Not too bad.
My sister gave me this cabinet. It was my mom's, and so I thought I would show it to you. She didn't want it anymore, so you open it up. It's just like a little curio cabinet. It hangs on the wall, and you open it up like this. And then these are all little bears and there's one for every month, I'm thinking. So like this one is a New Year's bear. And then this one is in a graduation gown. And then this one, of course, is for 4th of July. And then, or it could be for Memorial Day, because then you have this one too. So wonder, you know what, I bet this one's for 4th of July because it has the rockets down here, like the fireworks. And then this one doesn't. Although there's big ones and small ones. So there's a big one for Halloween. And then here is a smaller one for Halloween. A little devil. It looks like there might be 2 sets here. And then this, that's really cute. It says made in China. That's all it says on the bottom of that one. And then we have this one is a bigger one. It doesn't say anything on the bottom. Let's see. Oh, this one's for Thanksgiving. That's cute. It has a little Thanksgiving turkey. Hey, he has a pilgrim hat. This is for Valentine's Day. It says be mine. And this, ooh, this is something got broken. Yes. So I will throw this away because this doesn't even have, whatever that was a big bear. So it is not there anymore. There is a bear missing some feet. Okay, so this is for Easter. And we have one for St. Patrick's Day. It's this pot of gold. And then this one, this is just for summer. He has his inner tube around him to get in the swimming pool. And then this looks like it's probably for August because he looks like he's going to school. He has his books and his apples, so I'm sure that's the August. And then we have the December. So Santa Claus. So I'm going to clean this up and I'm going to clean off the glass and then I'll see if I have one for every month. Okay, so we have bigger bears. Like these are bigger bears. We'll see if we need them. These are just the shelves that sit right inside, and they sit just like this. Okay, so I wanted to see if we had one for every month. So January would be the New Year's. February's the Valentine's Day. March, I don't know. Oh, okay. Wonder if March would be Easter. See, sometimes Easter's in March. Sometimes it's in May. January, February, March, April. If we do him for April, then
Mayflowers.
Mayflowers. May is Mother's Day.
Mother's Day. Yeah.
And then June is graduation.
I would think so.
Okay. And then July is 4th of July. And then August is back to school. Oh, that's what it is. St. Patrick's Day. March.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, so January, February, March, April.
Yeah, May.
May.
Yeah.
And then June, July, August. Could September be him in the pool?
You wouldn't swim in September.
Well, he's British. He's going to swim in September. September, and then
October. Then you got November's the Pilgrim.
November and December. So we need to make them even.
I wonder if the back to school one is maybe not correct, or the graduation.
You don't think the graduation's correct? Oh,
like the school and the pool. Maybe.
Okay, so you think this one goes here?
In June.
So January, February, March, April, May, June. No. Yeah, no. June. Okay. July. August.
That wouldn't be right.
I don't think so either. He's going to have to go swimming.
Could you go back, switch the back to school and the swimming pool and those two?
Oh, because some kids might not go to school until September.
Yeah.
Okay, and then October.
November, December.
Yeah. And then these must have been just extra ones that they got, but I don't see how these big ones fit. Look. Now that one does not fit. So this must not have been inside here. But now that one will fit. So you could put them in here like this. And I guess, so this hung on the wall, but Jennifer asked me if I wanted it, and I said yes, because the grandkids, Amelia and Evie, come over here and they play, and they will really enjoy playing with these and setting these up, and we can talk about the months, and we can talk about, I'm going to make them guess. So I'll probably mix them up and get them to guess which month is which. And we'll play with it like that. But I think this is really cute. I remember, I'm thinking when Mom had this, she might have had it in the hallway. I have to show you all this. I think you'll be interested. We got a Kroger little envelope in the mail, and I love getting these because when you get these, that means there's always going to be coupons in there. And they're usually coupons for things that you have bought at Kroger, or they think you want to buy at Kroger. And I'm wondering if Ashley still doesn't use our Kroger card, because this has cat food on it. We don't have a cat. We haven't bought any cat food. So I'm wondering if because I know our points, like you get points because they have a Kroger gas station, and Ashley always uses our Kroger points at the gas station because we don't buy our gas at Kroger. We buy our gas from Speedway. So it's just easier for us. We like going there more. But Ashley will always use the points. But she must be using the Kroger. She must still be on the same thing because of the cat food. But like I said, this is mainly stuff, and the buns. I just saw buns at her house. Not her buns, hamburger buns. Anyway, so that makes sense that that's on there too. Grated cheese. She is one for fancy cheese, so she might have got cheese. But now we buy a lot of sour cream. We buy eggs. I don't know about the green beans. But anyway, the reason I'm showing you these is because there's one on here that's odd. And now that I've realized that she is still on our card, maybe she bought batteries at Kroger. I don't know. But this is a coupon for a free 1 Kroger brand batteries, AAA, AA, C, or D 4-pack. I have never
in my life bought batteries at Kroger, and I didn't know Kroger even had their own brand of batteries, but Ashley must have bought batteries for us to get that. Why they always send things that you buy, so she must have bought batteries. So anyway, I thought that was interesting because I've never seen a coupon for free batteries. And if anyone else is a Kroger customer, do you all remember when it was before COVID, they would give you a free Friday? Every Friday you could get something free. And then COVID came along and they thought, well, we're not doing that anymore. And so they just quit doing it. But it was always fun to get the free Friday item. And it might be something you would eat. It might be something you would never eat, but you could still get it for free and then give it away to somebody else. We did that a bunch of times. So I do miss the free Friday, but I'm glad they're still giving out coupons. So we've got some ground beef. We have crackers. We buy the ground beef. We buy crackers. The meals, we've all been buying meals. I know Ashley's bought them from there. We've bought them from there. Corn, we love corn on the cob, although we haven't bought any for a long time. Ashley might have bought some, but we haven't bought any for a while just because of the season. And then dry pasta, we like Kroger dry pasta. It's just like any other Walmart brand pasta. You know, you can't tell the difference, honestly. But the whole reason I'm showing you this is because that battery coupon, but now that sometimes when I talk things out, it helps me to realize, like, to answer my own question while I'm talking it out. And so that's what I've done here. I've realized, because I'm thinking, why in the world did they give us a battery coupon? Because Ashley's on here. That's why. We have a couple of subjects that we wanted to talk to you about. We like to have these like sit down kind of chats. It's basically the same thing we're doing in the car, except we're at home, and hopefully you can hear us better.
And I'm just looking at something, so I'm not ignoring Tammy.
And we're not distracted by slow drivers or bad drivers or, you know, anything like that. So we can just keep a clear head, hopefully, and talk to you. Kevin brought a subject to the table.
This is well, I just saw this video. I said, I thought you would find this interesting. This is a Chinese live streamer spends 3 seconds promoting each product and made $18 some million in like 7 days. You know, look how fast she's doing.
She's literally holding the product up and throwing it. Holding it up, throwing it.
And she's made $18 million doing that.
You can't even tell.
You can't tell what it is.
A lot of the things, it's so quick. She's holding up a shirt. You can't even see the brand, and she's throwing it, and she's made $18 million from doing that. I have said before, I do not follow influencers on Instagram. I don't follow. Well, I just don't. I don't follow any of them because, well, I don't like all the filters and all that stuff.
Someone said that she has a filter on hers to make her face narrower.
Yeah, I don't agree with it. I think it's a lie. You're lying to other people, but you're lying to yourself too, because you don't really look like that. And
if you saw us in reality, we look like horses.
I just, you know, I've always said when people see me out at the store, they know exactly who I am and that it's me.
Yeah, you don't want them to go.
Exactly.
You don't want them to look at you in public and go, wow.
Yeah, she looks completely different than in her videos. No, I look the exact same as I look in the videos because I don't use a filter. And I think it's especially deceptive for people who are selling specifically beauty items. If you own a makeup company or you're selling wrinkle creams or these serums or whatever,
and then you're smoothing your skin out,
then I think it's a lie. Or these people who get Botox, but then they're selling these
anti-aging creams.
It's not right. To me, it is not right, because that is not how you got that. You got your look through Botox, or you got your look through surgery. You did not get your, the way that you look is not from this cream, this bottle of cream. And there's a lot of them. I mean, people on Facebook, like local people on Facebook that are selling all of these anti-aging creams and all this stuff,
But that's not how they got that look. They have literally, some of these people have like plumped up their lips to where they're just bizarre looking, and the Botox and all that. They didn't get their look at all. Not that I would want their look, but they didn't get their look at all from this cream or whatever. And I just find it very deceptive. But her, back to the influencer thing, I don't get that. I don't get why people follow that.
I don't know.
It just does not appeal to me at all.
I wonder what else she does though. I have no clue. I just saw that one video and just thought it was interesting.
It didn't have her name. Like, you don't know who it is.
I have no clue.
You probably wouldn't
it
be
just
able to
said
pronounce
Chinese.
her name if you saw
Yeah, it just
it.
said Chinese live streamer. So she might do sit and talk kind of videos most of the time, and this is just maybe one video she does a week or something like that. I don't know. I don't know what to do.
It was also quick though. It's amazing that she gets money for
crazy.
that.
Somebody's paying her.
Somebody's paying her. Then I heard, I did not know this, that there are certain places in the world that I thought, you know, in America we have all these freedoms, and I thought basically that, especially when it comes to your child, that you could name your kid whatever you wanted to name your kid within reason. I mean, you're not going to name it some curse word or something like that.
Something abusive.
Something abusive, yeah. Like Adolf Hitler. You know, you're not going to name your kid that.
Well, you wouldn't think so.
No, because then the kid's going to get picked on forever. Why would you do that? You cannot, I found out that you cannot, you're not supposed to name your child with something with a number in the middle of it. Because people don't know how to pronounce that stuff.
Yeah.
Why would you do that to your kid? So,
if you couldn't put a number 3 in the middle.
Right. But I looked it up, and it says, while certain states have stricter naming laws, a few states, such as Kentucky, have none in place. Regardless of these relatively lenient naming regulations, there are still a handful of names that were ruled illegal by courts within the U.S. Some of these are listed below. So one of the things you cannot name your child is King, which is shocking.
I thought I've seen known people
Well,
named King.
I think
maybe they're just going by that.
I think a lot of people change their name.
Maybe it's not legally King. They just go by King.
Right. Especially a lot of these music
Yeah.
artists. They change their name, and it's like, I know your mom did not name you that, because that does not sound right. King, Queen.
Yeah, you got Queen Latifah.
Jesus Christ. Yeah.
You do have people named.
Christ.
You do have people named Jesus or Jesus.
Right, right. A lot of people are called Jesus Christ. Yeah,
It's just not legal. That's just what they thought their name was.
Yeah. 3. So it looks like the Roman numeral 3, but you say 3. I don't even know why somebody would want that. Santa Claus.
I don't know why it would be illegal either.
I know. Santa Claus.
They'd get a lot of mail once a year.
I know. Why would Santa Claus? It's because just like Jesus Christ,
I guess
it is. You know, this figure, Majesty. Majesty has been ruled illegal.
That sounds like a good dog name.
Adolf Hitler. I said Adolf Hitler.
Doesn't Majesty sound like a dog name?
What?
Majesty.
Majesty. That does sound like a dog name, like one of those big white poodles.
Yeah.
Majesty. You can call your dog whatever you want to call your dog. Messiah. The @, 1069. The thing about these names too, if you want to look it up why it was ruled illegal, you can. If you type in Google 1069 name ruled illegal, it'll come up, and it'll come up with the court case. It'll tell you the reason why they want it to be called that. It'll tell you why it was deemed illegal. It will give you the full story. And then there's one more name, which I'm not going to say because it's really, really bad.
It's racist.
It's horrible. And so that was deemed illegal. Surprise, surprise. And then it says illegal baby names from across the world. While the U.S. has relatively lax naming regulations, many other countries have much stricter naming laws. In certain parts of the world, governments require parents to choose from a pre-approved list of names, and And to include new names on the list, citizens may make an official petition. So
you can't just name your kid anything you want.
But think about it. Your kid's already here. The baby's here. So
I would say you would apply.
You would have to apply
Yeah.
earlier so that you could name your kid that when you wanted to.
That's what I would think.
Some countries also have laws banning names that could be ridiculous or cause children problems in social interactions. Below is a list of names that are illegal across the world, alongside where exactly they aren't allowed. So the name Chief Maximus is not allowed in New Zealand. Wasn't there a Maximus?
I like the next one.
Oh my gosh. Wasn't there a Maximus on one of those World's Strongest Men?
Yeah.
Wasn't his name Maximus?
Yeah, I think he was in
something?
like Sweden or.
Oh, okay.
Like that, I don't know.
RoboCop. You're not in Mexico. Somebody tried to name their kid RoboCop. Sex fruit. Why would you name your kid sex fruit?
Somebody wanted to in New Zealand.
Linda.
Sex fruit. Can you imagine going to school with a name like
I
that?
know. It would
Okay,
be
Sax, what's your answer?
Yeah, it would be awful. Linda. Linda is not allowed in
Saudi Arabia. I wonder
Arabia.
why. It must have some meaning though.
I don't think so. I think it's not common to that area.
Could be.
Which is, I mean, that's just like, that's weird. Linda, there's nothing bad about the name Linda. Snake. In Malaysia, you're not allowed to name your kid Snake. Wasn't the one Snakes in Home Alone?
That was his nickname,
It was
though.
his nickname, Snakes. Friday. You can't name your kid Friday in
That's fun.
Italy. This is a whole big list. I won't read all these. The name Islam. You can't name your kid Islam if you're in China. You can't name your kid Sarah if you're in Morocco.
Yeah.
Sarah. Osama bin Laden is not allowed in Germany.
I would be surprised if that would be able to name him that anywhere.
Here.
Yeah.
I bet you if somebody tried to name their kid Osama bin Laden in the United States, I bet it would be banned here too.
Yeah, that seems weird.
The name Metallica. They don't like that in Sweden. Prince William, can't name your kid that in France.
in France.
Devil. You can't call your kid a little devil in Japan. The name Blue is forbidden in Italy.
The next one. I don't know
Circumcision.
Why would you name your kid that?
Somebody in Mexico wanted to name their kid Circumcision.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
What in the heck's that?
There is the
Big
longest
string of.
Roman numerals. And
It's
yeah.
in Sweden.
Yeah, this is not allowed in Sweden, and it is a huge, I mean, like this long.
BRFXXCCX.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all kinds
But
of.
there are some, Nutella. Nutella is not allowed in France.
Cyanide in the United Kingdom and monkey in Denmark.
Is that the only one from
And
the UK?
Thor in Portugal.
Thor. You can't call your kid Thor.
Mm-hmm.
Bridge is not allowed in Norway.
007.
In Malaysia. Wolf is not allowed in Spain.
Yeah.
Tom. You can't name your kid
I mean,
Tom
some of these
in
make sense,
Portugal.
like circumcision. Why would you want sex fruit? But
And Judas.
like Duke.
You don't want to be known as a Judas.
Duke in Australia. Why couldn't you name your? Is that a title in Australia? I wonder if you can be a Duke, so you can't name
You
your
can't
child.
name your child Duke. Yeah. Yeah, I understand.
That way, when you're saying their name, people would mistake them as being an actual Duke instead of their name being Duke. I could understand
Yes.
that.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
maybe you get certain privileges with
Yeah.
that title, and they don't want just anybody to be able to get those
I would
privileges.
be Duke Dunn, and it's like, oh, a Duke, you know.
Yeah,
and
but
it's really,
Duke Dunn, boy, that sounds manly.
sounds like a manful.
It
It
sounds
sounds like a mouthful.
a manful.
A manful.
It's a manful too. That's a manful. Yeah, Duke.
But it is
Dunn.
funny. Some of them are just regular names.
Yes. You want to say that one? You
In
know?
New Zealand, don't name your child Anal.
Anal. Why would you want to name
Why would
your
you
kid?
name- yeah.
Like somebody went to court and wanted to name their
They
kid
had to fight to do
Anal.
and they lost.
Yeah. Yeah, I did. Yeah. So some of these,
Wow.
yeah,
That's
make no sense at all. Okay, so that was one subject because it's like, I didn't know that. I thought, you know, you just assume that you're given all the freedoms and
they have the baby books and all that stuff.
And in some countries, they want you very specifically to name your child a name that is in that region that is known. And so, like the name Linda wouldn't be known in that region, and so you can't name your child that because they want you to use something from their region. So I thought that was an interesting subject. And then another thing, somebody left a comment. This is completely different subject. Somebody left a comment. I made some brownies recently out of Better Homes and Gardens magazine, and these brownies in this picture looked.
Oh, is that the really thick ones?
Yes, they were that thick. There was like 5 of them stacked on top of each other in this picture. Well, they tell you to use an 8x8 pan or a 9x9 pan. There's no way you're ever going to, number one, that they're ever going to look like that, because theirs were a very light color. Mine were very dark. I followed the directions perfectly. But you're never going to be able to get that many of those squares, that size square, out of this
one pan.
No, you would have to have multiple pans to get that amount, and they still aren't going to look that way. Well, somebody left a comment. I thought it was interesting. They said those brownies in that picture were probably not even from that recipe.
Yeah, they may not have been.
But
or they were made in like the perfect conditions. You know, and there's no telling how many batches of brownies they had to make
to get them that light,
that
because they were light.
Yeah, so,
but I'm all about, we're both all about truth and advertising.
Yeah,
you
that's
know?
why our channel, we always tell you the truth
and advertising. And it's like, are they, if somebody were, I doubt anybody that works for a magazine is watching this video, but it would be interesting. Are they allowed to do that? Are they allowed to completely give you a brownie recipe and then give you a completely different picture that's not even from that? Are they allowed to do that? Something I noticed, and I probably have talked about it in a video before.
I mean, in that case, you're just talking about recipes, so they're not like
but
they're not making money off of that recipe or
no,
anything
but
like
that's
that. So it wouldn't be
lie.
necessarily truth in advertising. It's deceptiveness for sure.
They're advertising that you can make those brownies.
That's what I'm saying, though. You're not really making money off of that one particular recipe.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's a lie.
It's just very deceptive.
It was funny. One of my recipe books had or something came up where I saw a recipe, and it was in a magazine. It was in one of my newer magazines, and I looked it up. For some reason, I Googled it, maybe because there wasn't a picture or something, and I looked it up. That same recipe had been used like 15 years prior in a different magazine. So like if this recipe was like in Better Homes and Gardens, the exact same recipe was used like in A Woman's Day before. So it's like they are constantly reusing.
Recycling.
Oh yeah, they're reusing.
There's only so many. I mean, how many different combinations of sugar
recipes
and chocolate and stuff can you have?
That's what I've thought for many years. It's just like I'm making the same thing in a different form.
Yeah,
this
you can
is
do
the
slight
same
variations, but I mean, a chocolate chip cookie, you know,
Right.
you can do variations of it, but it's still basically
So
the
it's
same.
interesting that they're recycling, literally recycling these recipes over and over again, and you're getting like new generations coming out where they don't realize it.
And I'm sure they update the measurements to be new products
Or
that have
packages,
gotten smaller. The packages
yes.
have gotten smaller, so they'll update the recipes to reflect that smaller size and
Yes.
things like that.
Yes. Okay, different subject. We're switching again. I heard a story about, and Kevin has not heard the story, so I wanted to get his thoughts about this. And you all can give your thoughts
She
in the
likes to
comments.
surprise me.
I do like to surprise you. There is a obese woman. She's obese. I'm assuming she's morbidly obese because for an airline, she was taking a flight and she did what she should have done. She got 2 seats.
Right.
She paid for 2 seats. I think that's awesome because so many times people complain, this morbidly obese person is in my seat. They're, hanging over. That's not right. So she did what she was supposed to do. She got 2 seats. A woman comes in with her infant, and you do not have to pay for 2 seats if you have
if they're gonna hold them on your lap.
you can hold them in your lap the whole time. So a mom came in and she's sitting in the same row. I'm assuming there's a set of 3. She's sitting in the same row and she's holding her toddler. It was like a 2-year-old. But that mom only paid for 1 seat. Apparently the morbidly obese woman wasn't taking up the entire seat that she had paid for.
Right. It was just so she wouldn't intrude upon you.
Yes.
Right.
So the mother asked her, can my kid sit in this seat? Now, it wasn't just for a certain amount of time. It wasn't just during takeoff or landing. It was going to be the entire time. This kid was going to be sitting there. And that woman, whoever, if I had her name, I would use it. The morbidly obese one said, no, you can't. I paid for that seat. You cannot use that seat because I paid for it. Do you think she was an a-hole? Because there is apparently a controversy about this.
I mean, I could see it both ways. This is just like with teachers that we have in the school. You know, there's a way you can be understanding and kind and nice to people and say, you know what? I'm not using the whole seat. I'm only taking up this much of it. It's really just for other people's comfort. Who cares? Go ahead. You know, there's that. There's also I did pay $1,000 for the extra for that seat.
And if you had paid for your daughter, you would have had to have paid $1,000.
If you actually, you could have easily have paid for 2 seats, and you would have had another seat. So I can definitely see that too.
Would it be an a-hole move to say, well, if you want to give me half the price for that seat,
yeah, you can PayPal me right now. Venmo me.
You can Venmo me right now, and we'll settle this, and your child can sit there the whole time.
I don't know. I'm the kind of person that would be like,
Kevin is a pushover.
I'm a kind.
Kevin's?
I'm a very kind person.
You see the way we each worded it our own way.
I always look at I've already paid for it, and it's not like it's
not going to hurt you.
Hurt me any. What difference? Who is it hurting if they do that? So for me, it would be, as long as the kid's not as big as I am and pushing me over, then who cares? But I see it both ways. Mm-hmm. So do I think they were a butthead? No. Do I think they could have been kinder? Maybe. I don't even know if that's the right word. Mm-hmm. But giving or whatever, yes. But that's just me.
Right.
So I can see it both ways, 100%. Yeah. I don't disagree with either way.
Because, you do hear people saying, morbidly obese people, they should get 2 seats. She did what she was supposed to do.
And
she got 2
premium
seats.
Prices, I'm sure.
And then somebody wanted to take it from her.
Yeah.
So I do understand her
it's not like airline seats are cheap or anything.
Right. I do understand her being... I understand her being feeling the way that she felt. I know, really do.
Like a lot of people, since I do a lot of online stuff, somebody spends hours and hours and hours developing this online class, and someone is going to be given that class to teach, and they'll ask you, "Hey, can I use your class to teach this class online?" I'd be like, "No, I've spent like 40 or 80 hours putting into developing this class, and you just want me to give it to you?" Some people feel that way. Other people are like, "Sure, I've already got the work done. You can have it," because we don't get paid extra for developing courses. So
I think you should.
Oh, we've argued that forever.
Kevin has developed that scenario has happened with you.
Oh yeah, and many of our faculty.
But I mean, Kevin has developed entire classes, and when you've done that from the ground up, you've built something, and they're making money off of it. The school's making money off of it because you have students enrolling in these classes. You should get paid something for that. You should get
paid
a bonus.
For your time. Yeah.
You should get a bonus check for developing that class because they're making money off of it.
Years and years ago, they did a little stipend. It wasn't much. It was like $250, but still.
It's still $250. Kevin didn't get anything.
People got paid a little bit of money to develop course shelves for other people to use. That was the whole point.
Right.
But nowadays, we just don't have the money for it. So like you develop it,
Right.
So anyway, I can see that's the same principle.
Right.
They've taken all this time and effort. In this case, she spent that money for that seat. Mm-hmm. I understand it. I understand completely, and I don't think
I think you see it both ways. I don't think you would ever say no to somebody.
I would
but you
personally
understand,
say no, but I
you
understand why they
feeling.
did say no.
Yes,
Yeah.
and that's pretty much what I thought Kevin would say, because Kevin's never going to say no to anybody.
As long as it's not hurting me or interfering with me, I've already spent the money for me anyway. If they'd never asked, the money's already spent. What difference does it make?
Right, yeah. Yeah. Well, we're going to end the vlog here. I want to say a huge thank you to everybody. I put last week's vlog was at my sister's house. So if you missed it, you'll want to go back and check that out.
It's the farm vlog.
It was like an hour and 10-minute vlog, but every bit of it was spent on my sister and her husband, John and Jennifer, on their farm. And you all were so nice. The comments were overwhelmingly kind, and you all were just so nice, and I really do appreciate that. So thank you for all your support. I hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you next week.